is my voice.
It's not your voice.
Mine and mine alone.
Sure, the voice may be hers, but that's hardly the proboscis of one of Hollywood's most beautiful stars, Nicole Kidman.
How did you know that?
Kidman's transformation into frumpy intellectual Virginia Woolf for The Hours has already earned Nicole a Golden Globe, and may very well snag her an Oscar Sunday night. And she can honestly brag, name and beauty had nothing to do with it.
The director called me and said people didn't know you were in the movie. But that's great. That's cool. I like that.
But Kidman is hardly the first performer to tinker with appearance to satisfy the big screen muse. Lon Chaney's gift for changing features won him the reputation as Hollywood's man of 1,000 faces way back in the 1920s. A few years later, Boris Karloff also surrendered star recognition for the sake of a good primal scream. Jose Ferrer, however, took the art of disguise to Oscar-winning heights as Cyrano de Bergerac in 1950. And Steve Martin's turnabout playing a modern-day Cyrano was right on the nose, too, in 1987's Roxanne.
I really admire your shoes.
John Hurt wowed moviegoers and the Academy in 1981, earning an Oscar nod despite being totally unrecognizable as the Elephant Man.
I am not an animal!
But it was Robert De Niro who sealed his reputation as a Hollywood heavyweight that same year by donning 62 pounds of real flab and bloody prosthetics to play prizefighter Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull. He claimed the Oscar for Best Actor. Jeff Goldblum's performance in 1986 remake of The Fly also got Oscar buzz, even while his entire body was masked under pounds of chafing latex.
It does finally get claustrophobic, you know, and you want to, you could kind of freak out. I mean, you're covered in this thing, and it's exhausting.
That's your job as an actor. Your face, your body, your voice, your soul, everything is there to be sort of changed, and it's your instrument. It's what you use to be true to creating somebody else.
I love you, damn it. Oh, Paige, you wild, impetuous fool.
A mere 3 years ago, that scene on primetime TV raised a few eyebrows. Since then, Hollywood's done a lot of growing up, not to mention a lot of coming out.
The network promised we were going to see some guy lip action.
From Emmy-winning sitcoms to animated family frolics, gays are not only surviving, but thriving on mainstream TV, much to the delight of some viewers and despite the concern of others.
How did it ever get so out of control?
There's a new generation of TV writers and directors and producers and network executives who, for the most part, are not afraid to be open about their sexuality. And, you know, once gay people get into positions of power, they naturally would like to see some shows about people like them.
Entertainment Weekly notes that gay power isn't quite as commanding on the big screen yet. But Oscar-winning films like Boys Don't Cry and Gods and Monsters are gradually making it clear to leading stars they don't always have to play it straight.
Living like this. It's more diverse, it's more varied, it's more wide-ranging, there's a bigger menu of options to choose from, and that makes for a much more interesting culture.
Gay sex is so hot.
I can taste the watermelons in my mouth right now.
Early black and white images of a fledgling movie industry, created to amuse us, and at times, groundbreaking.
I hope I'm not late.
Of course, that was 70 years ago. Since then, Hollywood has come to see blacks in a more enlightened way.
Show time.
Spike Lee's Bamboozled may appear like a throwback to pre-politically correct times. In fact, it's a satirical examination of black roles in a new century of entertainment.
I want to wake America up.
Yes.
American moviegoers got their first wake-up call in the 60s with such socially conscious films as In the Heat of the Night. But it wasn't until the 70s that blacks began making a real impact on Hollywood.
Damn right. For the first time, we got some heroes on screen, man. Let's just go for it. And Hollywood, they took the shot.
But Hollywood wasn't aiming just at the big screen. With the guidance of trailblazing performers like Bill Cosby, TV has tried to shift the perception of black American families, too.
Regular people?
I just believe that entertainers ought to really take a picture of where they are now and where they are as a race of people in the United States of America.
No, boy, I got news for you. You look like buckwheat.
People
do racist skits on In Living Color and people laugh their heads off. They do them on Saturday Night Live. People laugh at them.
Some worry the current wave of seemingly self-deprecating humorists like Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy could undo decades of image building by their predecessors. Yet, director Lee is optimistic for his generation.
There's been great progress. Those performers did not have any choices. We have a lot more choices than they did.
Oscar winner Denzel Washington might agree. His latest film, Remember the Titans, is proof Hollywood can provide black actors positive role choices and tackle important social mores in the new millennium.
I'm glad to be a part of that. I will continue to work hard to be a part of that, to make movies that have something to say.
Let me tell you something, you don't let anything, nothing, come between us. Nothing tears us apart.
If you gotta be dead and you have to be in LA, this is the place to be. After the splashy tributes, wordy obits, and tearful graveside services, the ultimate final curtain falls here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Conveniently located just steps from the Paramount lot, this 100-year-old graveyard boasts a directory of famous residents that rivals the guest list at any Academy Awards party. But make no bones about it, everyone's invited to haunt this celebrity hideaway.
Does that make you something of a tourist spot?
We're one of the stops for people who are looking to find Hollywood, just like people look for stars' homes.
For instance, movie diehards might dig the fact that this is where legendary heartthrob Rudolph Valentino was laid to rest, that is.
His death in 1926 led to mass hysteria. 3/4 of a century later, Valentino's crypt still receives fresh flowers every day. Dark and handsome lady killer Tyrone Power is also among the 200 celebrities interred here at Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
The more the merrier.
Thank you. Peter Finch won an Oscar for his role in the 1976 classic Network. He was buried here before he ever got the chance to accept the award. I wonder how that made him feel.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Mobster Benjamin, a.k.a. Bugsy Siegel, doesn't sleep with the fishes, he sleeps here. Widely credited with creating Las Vegas and immortalized on the big screen by Warren Beatty, Bugsy cashed in his chips in 1947 because, well, let's just say he didn't exactly see eye to eye with his business associates. Legendary cartoon spokesman Mel Blanc may deserve the final word when it comes to memorable epitaphs. Determined to get the last laugh, his headstone reads quite appropriately,
That's all, folks.
And that's all for me, folks. From the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, I'm Patrick Stinson for E! News. Since its inception, the movie-making business has held a fascination for anything on wheels, and the more horsepower it could muster, the more thrilling the picture. From the rebels of the 50s to the leading men of the 60s and the anti-heroes of the 70s, Hollywood's illicit passion for driving wickedly fast has never run out of gas.
People love to see spin-outs, they love to see hair-raising maneuvers, and they also love to see brilliant acts of heroism, of courage, and everyone can somewhat relate to speed.
Producer Jerry Bruckheimer can certainly relate. He's built a lucrative career on fast-paced flicks like Days of Thunder, and most recently a remake of the 70s cult film Gone in 60 Seconds.
Cars bring freedom. You talk to any 14, 15-year-old kid, what is the first thing you say? It's 18 months till I get my license.
Fortunately for those high-octane car junkies, Hollywood's got an intermediate fix.
Go!
In one weekend, The Fast and the Furious has zoomed from 0 to more than 40 million in ticket sales, thanks in part to a dazzling array of visual effects unique to this film genre.
I wanted to give the audience a visceral experience which put them in the driver's seat so that they understood what it feels like.
I think it's a challenge on every movie to try to make it work, try to suck in the audience to go along on the roller coaster ride we try to give you.